Hello and welcome to part 3 of restoring 3 axes. Just a disclaimer, like I said at the start of the video, it's my first time doing something like this and I have no idea what I'm doing. The inspiration behind this and the ideas of what I'm doing all come from watching the YouTube videos of Bucking Billy Ray Smith. So if you want to know how to do this or see someone that really knows what they're doing this, check out Bucking Billy Ray Smith on YouTube. There you go. I just don't want to be, stealing the man's ideas, that's all. Okay. Here we go. Last part. This axe is wild, as I already shown you guys. It's got a right skinny handle, and it's so old and dried out, it's got a big twist to it, but that's okay. I think this handle can be saved. And you see when they pounded it down on before, it kind of went down to like a square shelf. So this got to be all taken down to a tapered shoulder. But the shoulder is down here, so there's lots of room to come down. Like I could probably come down even almost an inch. So I think a solid 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch is what I got to come down here to get into nice solid wood. And then I think under this tape, hopefully it's in good condition. So I'll have to take this head off. It's got all those wild wedges in it. Get this head off, get this scraped down, and then get the head fitting, and then scrape all this and sand it and then re-oil it. So yeah, let's start getting to her. Have to see if I can't get them out. That's actually what was in there, just like that. They're all, oh, that was in like that. They're all shoved down in like that. Maybe not in that order, but that's what was in there. Isn't that freaking crazy? Look, they had the whole thing shoved in there. What? So, there's quite a bit of wood broken away here. I don't know. I really want to save this handle. We'll, I'll work away at it and see what I can do. So this is pretty tough shape. I've actually went ahead and there's 2 spots there and there. I actually glued the chunks back on, and then I was trying to open this kerf back up. So there, I got, this wood is so hard, so I got it rasped down a bit. I got that shoulder rasped off it. See, I only got a little bit out of it. It's got to go quite a bit farther. But this wood's just so hard. I'm going to have to file it right down. It's a really tight fit. I want to get it right down, well, right to there, to get it into as much good wood as possible. Man, this thing's wild. This rasp, let's just take the sides down. It's really hard to scrape because it's so hard. And you really got to watch because it wants to break off chunks. And then I've just been taking the knife and just whittling this away. It's just so rock hard. You gotta be very careful with it. But it is, the head does go on quite tightly. Oh no, we'll see what we come up with here, but I think we're gonna save her. We're down, I think. See, I carved that so it just leans in a bit, tapers in a bit. Well, that's a good tight fit on the bottom there now. We got that much old crap we can cut off. It's pretty wild. I don't know, I might try to fill that space somehow. But really, I think this is going to work. Okay, I'm going to pop this head off and then scrape this handle down and get it looking nice and beautiful. Clean this head up here and get underway. So I scraped this handle, and basically all I did was just scrape the dirt off because this thing's hard as a rock. But I scraped it and then I sanded the crap out of it. I might try sanding it a bit more. And then I reshaped the end because the end was more kind of that shape there. But this end, it's all just beat and old and rotten and chipped up. So I cut that off, reshaped the end, and just kept sanding on her. So I guess I might sand it a bit more, then I'm going to tap the head on.
Take a look at this head. Look, it's all hammer dented there. Someone must have been trying to beat the head off at one point. And you see all the hammer dents in the side here from people. See, it was all beat in on the top. I had to take a file on the inside and get the burrs out. So it must be people trying to whack the head on, missing and hitting the sides. Or people hitting the back, I guess. I don't know. But see that? See all the hammer dents? And look at the, I don't know if you can see in the light or not. There's freaking grind marks going right back to there. So there probably used to be still a fairly fat nose on this, but you can feel it. So I guess someone was trying to make this thing pointier at one point in time, I guess. I just threw a quick hand file on there. It's not razor sharp, but it's sharp as an axe needs to be. So there you go. Let's get her set on.
Well, I guess that's it.
Well, there's going to be some real silliness going on here, but I'm just going to run with it. This is a piece of wood that was shoved in there. And it must have been shoved in after the fact because the kerf doesn't go through. So I'm going to glue that up, shove it in just to take space in the front, and then I got the wedge cut the right length there, see? So then that's going to go in there and butt up, and it's all just going to be glued in, and we're going to hope for the best.
Okay, I took it off one last time just to clean up a little bit of curl here and to clean up this kerf. The main reason I took it off is because there were some splinters in this kerf that's kind of getting in the way of my wedge. So I'm going to clean this up and just clean a little bit of this curl off, and we're looking real good. You can see here I tried to get a nice tapered shoulder, and you can see it's digging in a bit, but you don't want it setting on a flat shoulder. You want it on a taper. So in the future, if this axe handle loosens up, you can beat it down further. See, originally, I don't know, well, I guess it was here, there was a solid square shoulder, and that's not what you want. You want a nice eventual taper that you can progressively shove that axe head down on. So there you go.
Good amount of that wedge. She's in there tight. I really took my time and pounded it in. So there, that piece wedged ahead. The wedge didn't really come back like I wanted it to. So there's a little space there, but that's nothing. So yeah, while that glue's drying, I'll start oiling this handle. Alright, I never filmed a while ago, but I got this wedge in a bit farther. Well, the glue's been setting for about an hour and a half, so I'm just going to cut this down and clean this up. And I got one layer of oil on the handle already. It's just super smooth. So that'll be it. And then I'll put just a little steel wedge in. I'll grab something from what was in there and just tap a little steel wedge in tomorrow after the glue's all dry. But look at this. It was all kind of weird shaped. I pounded the heck out of that wedge in there. Like, it took me a while to pound it in. And look, it conformed to all the curves of that weird kerf. That's really cool. And this piece here, of course, is a separate piece I pounded in. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So I got 2 coats of the Danish oil on it now. Just a couple little spots I'm gluing there. I'll let that set overnight, and I'll tap a little steel wedge in, and that'll be that. I like it. I was gonna go with the burn originally, but this has so much natural character. Like, it was so hard to scrape down this as much as I could get it down, and with a couple coats of this oil on here, it yeah, it looks awesome. So, right on.
So I'm just gonna take one of the little wedges that was in this handle and just see if I can sink it in crossways here. I don't know, this took a wedge so good, it's all glued in, maybe it doesn't even need one, but let's see what we can do here. Or grab something and just countersink it down in just a little bit.
Definitely split the wood, like I knew it would. But I guess she's in there, so I'll get this all sanded up and cleaned up. And that'll be a done deal. It's a really nice fit though. Well, there it is. The old Alberta Farm Axe. All tuned up. It's crazy how thin that handle is. I just filed a decent edge on it. It's not to a razor edge, nor does it need to be. Can you see the crazy dog leg in that handle? Alright, that's a wrap. Oh, bird's eye view of the setup here. They're all just cheap tools I bought. There's that Watco Danish oil. Great stuff. It's like an oil and varnish. There's the chopper one. Nice filed edge. It's thinned down a bit. There's where I reshaped the end of this handle. And there you go.
And there we have it. 3 rebuilt axes. 2 rehandled ones and just one refurbished one. And here's the tools that I used. I mostly did this by hand. The grinder, all I really used it for was to take the hammered bird edge off the back of the heads. The wire wheel on the grinder just to clean up the rust off these heads. And then the zip disc just for cutting, just for trimming the ends off the handles. And that was about it. The shaping of these handles were all done with just these hand tools. So to recap, this axe here was an axe I've had for probably 10 years. I bought it at a yard sale for $10. Had it for probably 10 years, and then the handle got banged up in an axe throwing competition. And it had a shorter handle on it anyways, so I rehandled this with the full 36-inch handle. This one here, this old Chopper 1 USA, I thought that I did this big major find in an old workshop at a buddy's property, but after I told him about what I found and what I had done, he had informed me that he found this head out in his yard under a pile of junk and he threw it in there. But he was quite happy that I took it and did something with it. So there's this one. And this here, this is an old authentic Alberta farm axe. This was at an old farm laying outside in front of a tractor shed. And then I'd taken it and put it in the shed. And then about a year later I noticed it was still there. No one claimed it. No one touched it. So then it just kind of made its way home with me. And there it is. This is an authentic old Alberta farm axe, I suppose. So again, you're probably never going to see this, but thank you again, Buck and Billy Ray Smith, and your YouTube channel for giving me the inspiration and the knowledge to take on a job like this. It was really fun and really cool, and I might do some more in the future. Well, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this and you like axes and firewood and forestry, there's some really cool videos coming up here that are to do with the wood processing equipment. So you might want to check that out. Thank you very much.